Hi, I'm Matt Baxley, better known as Moot Booksley on the internet, and I'm here at the Music Tribe LA Experience Center. Very excited to bring you this Behringer VC340 vocoder. This is a modern iteration on the classic VP330 vocoder, and it's shrunk down a little bit. It lost an octave of keys, but it makes it a lot more portable. It features all of the sound and the mojo of the original, with a few added features. First, I'd like to play you a little bit of the strings. There are some very unique features. This is almost like an organ in that it is a divide-down analog instrument. That means that there are 12 top octave generators that get divided down, so you have full polyphony across the entire keyboard. It's a very common feature of 70s string machines from which this is derived. It also has a human voice sound that's been heard on a lot of records in the 80s. Now, without the ensemble effect, this can sound very plain. Add the ensemble and it's that beautiful, rich sound. This instrument is paraphonic, meaning that while it has full polyphony from the tone generators, it only has one envelope generator. So if I have a slow attack, only the first note played will have the slow attack. There's separate attack time for the voice and for the strings. So if I want to mix them, I can have the strings fade in later like this. There's also a pitch bend which can be set to do some very interesting swoops and glides. There's also a release time which can add some nice ambient reverberation. Perhaps what this instrument is most famous for, of course, is what it says right on the label, vocoder. This is one of the classic vocoders that you hear on a lot of classics, like such as this. Earth, Wind and Fire, Midnight Star, No Parking on the Dance Floor. Tons of classic 80s vocoder tracks were made with the instrument that inspired this instrument. And Behringer absolutely knocked it out of the park with this instrument. I think the choice to remove an octave of keys was actually smart because a lot of people don't have a lot of desk space these days, but really would like to have this sound. Now, not only do you have the features of the original, but there are also new features such as MIDI and USB MIDI. The VC340 also can be used just as a standalone vocoder if you want. There is an external synth input that you can use as the carrier of the vocoder, and then there is 1/4 inch and XLR inputs for the microphone, which is used as the modulator. But you don't have to use just a microphone. You could plug a drum machine or another synth or anything that you can imagine in here to be vocoded. This is a very solidly built, roadworthy instrument, and the nice thing is that every time you turn it on, it will work, unlike some of the vintage ones. The vocoder is a classic sound that's been used on countless records and is still being heard today. And this is one of the best ways to get your hands on that classic sound, because vintage examples that this is based on go for a pretty penny these days and can be hard to find.